Hello everyone, I am Tacit, and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 18 Week 1 Day 3. So today, of course, if you haven't already gotten it, probably the first thing we do so we don't forget, the 2024 Easter Pet is available today, and only today. So definitely make sure to go and pick it up. Of course, cosmetic as they all are, but they very rarely rotate back around, so definitely make sure to go pick yourself up. We will, speaking of them rotating back around though, I believe we have the 2023 one, the one from last year, to hand out on Easter itself. So on Easter night, we'll still be streaming that night, and yeah, we'll have a code for the one from last year. So they do come up around eventually here and there, but yeah, definitely make sure to get them today. You have 7 hours left to go get this one, and let's go do it right now. Since we're talking about it. I still have old meta there too, gosh. I have so many of these teams set up to old meta. I don't even have them set to the new Takshaka. We've done so few pet battles, I haven't actually rotated across every single pet battle yet. Because we do them so rarely. Because this team's been around for a couple weeks now. But because I do so, very rarely ever do pet battles, they haven't rotated them all yet. But anyways, hello Mark! Hello Genki again! Hello Draco! Hello Isabel! Yeah, I just ended up doing a stream with Genki, Isabel, and Cookie. We were doing Power World together. On a co-op server. We'll probably be continuing that this Saturday. That was a lot of fun, to be honest. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I'll be continuing that this Saturday. I will still be doing a midday stream tomorrow, though, likely. I'll probably be doing it for Old School RuneScape. Because I'm still on that bird grind. And I'll definitely grind it a lot more if I actually do it on stream rather than just doing it here and there off stream. Because I'll get distracted by a ton of things. Whereas on stream we could focus on it. Hunt for the bud. Hello Cookie, speaking of Cookie. Welcome again. Yeah, our game plan for today, Easter Pet obviously, basic dailies, and Hour of PvP. We're going to be focusing on the Hour of PvP. I'll probably do all of Underspire tomorrow then because of that. Or, you know, not all of Underspire, but as far as we can go. And I'm breaking it down this way just because we're right at the point where we need to do the hour. So better just to focus on the PvP, and this will be the biggest PvP grind we'll do for the week. I didn't actually check to see if we had a good section, though, is the only problem with that. But I think I'd still do it tonight regardless. I don't know, I guess we could technically do it tomorrow night, but probably do it tonight. I didn't actually double check yet to see if there was a good one there. I sure hope so. But if not, doing Central Spire is still perfectly fine. Let me check. If I go to... not that. Oh, wait, they're already trying to sell copies of it? That's funny. A little bit of a weird day to do it on, the day that it's actually coming out. What did I come here for? No, I do need to go do Journey, but that's not what I came here for. I'm looking for, PvP. Oh, we have green. Ooh. That's not ideal, but I'm fine with that. Also, how on earth are we 4th place with 5,000 points? I haven't done weekly yet. Though it does look like we're going 3rd based on these numbers. But I'm perfectly fine with that. 3rd is good enough. Anyways, yeah, we'll get around to that in a moment. Let's go finish out the pet. It was so weird hearing the voices of people you're used to reading in chat. I know, right? Actually, that's the first time I've ever heard Isabel or Genki or Cookie as well. Because I've never been in chat call with them before. Like, obviously they've been in chat for a very long time. But I've never actually heard their voice until that stream as well. Yeah, I know. That stream went by really quick. We did it for like 5 or 6 hours. It felt like a few hours, not even. Yeah, we'll continue it this Saturday. Probably around the same time. And by same time, I mean actually starting at the correct time. Because I overslept by like an hour or so. It wasn't even that I overslept. It's that I went back to bed because it was like really dreary outside. And I didn't reset the alarm and then dozed off for like an extra hour. Because I woke up at like 10 for the noon stream, but then I dozed off and then, yeah, I then woke back up again at 1. Okay, good, we got double lamb. Also, thank you, Chad, for the continued support. Greatly appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Alright, what am I doing here? I am upgrading lamb. Collection, pets, upgrade. Obviously, it's purely cosmetic. This is just being done for the extra gems and everything. No, I do not want to rename it. We'll go throw that down. Get it nice and leveled. Oh yeah, I forgot we can't ascend it. I was like, I'll go ascend it. We only got 1 copy, not 6. Oh yeah, I still gotta go claim all those vault keys. I'll do that when we do the XP boost. I'm probably just gonna click claim all just for easy sake. Actually, I might even do it right now just so it goes the entire stream. There's going to be XP boosted all stream. If we waste some of it, it's fine. I don't really care too much if we waste some of it. Oh, wait, it's 75 minutes? Oh, wait, hold up. I thought it would be an hour and a half. Well, that actually works out then. Never mind. Perfect. Oh, also, I didn't even grab Tribute 3 times today. Which is kind of sad. This is one of the few times that hasn't happened. Mostly because I was focusing so much on the stream we were doing earlier. And prior to that, I was just sleeping. So I actually haven't had the chance to really take it. I think the 2 tributes were before we started earlier this morning. And then between the streams when I was eating. Were the only 2 times that I actually took tribute today. He's on an average day. I take it like 10-ish times, I want to say. 8 to 10. I said hello, yeah. Welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing? Been doing pretty good. Unfortunately, we do have an adventure board task to go do all of these. So we are going to take these useless ones. Genki and Tassie you recognize? Oh yeah, of course, but you've probably never heard Isabel or Cookie yet, true. Oh yeah, duh, I technically have heard Genki's voice before that stream. But yeah, Isabel and Cookie I wouldn't have. Yeah, of course, I've heard her from her own streams and everything, true. Oh, so I did find it funny. I forget who said it at the beginning of the stream. Actually, I don't even think it was we were even streaming yet. But someone mentioned that my voice sounds exactly the same. I can't remember who that was, or if that was even at the stream. But someone mentioned right when I went into the voice call that my voice sounds the same. Which I find kind of funny because it's the same mic. It's the same mic and everything. Oh, it was Isabel. I just found that really funny. Because I was trying to think at the time, like, why would it sound different? Unless I was using a different mic or something. Oh, we did everything except take tribute today. Journey, you know, let's go poke at Journey. Obviously, we got to make some progress on it. Oh yeah, we ended up restructuring our team a little bit. We went into Doomed Volge. I can't believe I forgot to mention this on Monday video. But, yeah, I completely forgot it was an option. It's a relatively new weapon. We mentioned it the first time it was around. But I forgot to mention it this week. It just kind of slipped my mind. But yeah, we have Doomed Volge. Which is very strong, to say the least. It's basically pre-nerf Journey troops, except slightly worse. Barely. It actually has a lot more damage than pre-nerf Journey troops as well. Actually, it's relatively hard, because it gets extra damage per tempering and it double taps. It's hitting almost like double 100 with the stats we have right now. Which, honestly, isn't that bad at all for a weapon like that. Yeah, he did get an extra gem spawn. He does have 3 gem spawn instead of 2, which means he has 11 instead of 10. 1 gem can really make a big difference. Has anyone bothered to shiny level 2 him yet? I'm curious how 12 is on him. Because 12 is honestly a pretty solid gem spawn. It's not quite the 15 we used to have, but I don't know, 12 for max shiny's not too bad. Like 14 mana cost, 12 gem spawn is actually usable. The problem is I feel like a lot of people aren't going to bother getting shiny level 2. I know I'm personally hoarding all my shiny keys for later. Particularly when they add legends or mythics to the drop table. So a lot of people probably aren't going for shiny level 2. And it's 100% not worth going for shiny level 3. I highly advise never doing that in the current state of the game, or even ever. Because with how it's currently balanced, it is absurdly bad value to go for shiny level 3. 2 is the furthest you should ever go. Hello, Bill. Welcome, welcome. So I feel like I haven't really been utilizing these new bless gems that much. Like, in theory, being able to bless an ally is kind of nice. There just isn't really that many situations where you really get to use it. Because you have to have a destroyer on your team. You have to actually need bless in a given situation. You can't just match it like some other gems. You actually have to, you know, go out of your way to kind of get it. It's a really weird gem overall. I wouldn't say it's the weakest one we've ever gotten. It definitely isn't. But it's definitely on the weaker side of power gems we've gotten. It's just so situational to ever do anything relevant. Even something like the useless booty gems. Like, at least they give you free gold. Like, there's a lot of battles where a bless gem ultimately does literally nothing. It's only just slightly better than a, than how horrible the, what's it called gem was? The bomb gem? Like, bomb gem I would say is definitively just the worst. But this new gem is pretty close. There's just so few situations where you can get any value from it at all. The bomb gem actively gave you less value, which is the big issue with that. Not only was it almost no value, but it was actually negative value in many situations. Because you would actually, if you mash destroyed the board, you would actually get less mana from having it. The only problem with this team is when we're down to 1 unit, it's actually better just for him to spam and not use Doomed Volge. Doomed Volge only more damage than him when it's hitting twice. But it only hits once when there's one left, so we have to use the guy with double magic this week. Oh, we didn't get a Valraven here. It's the last one we get in here then. But yeah, this team should be able to last us the entire time. I don't think we're going to need to change anything out. If Queen Titania dies, we get Spirit Fox there. It's actually intended to die in a lot of situations. And then we just go Doomed Volge combo until we win. Pretty straightforward team. Does what it needs to do. And getting that extra fair fire here and there from Queen Titania is really nice. And if it dies, we don't really care because we just resummon over it anyways. Ah, there we go. Also, we did lose a Valraven, so our points are actually down a little. But oh well. Wait, how am I at 43 battles? Oh, no, I see. Never mind. That makes sense. It's because the buy-in had an odd number. Because I was going to say, even with the Valhawk, we'd still be at an odd number, but I see what happened there. Anyways, is there any daily left? Not counting Take Tribute one more time near the end of the stream. We did that. I do need to go buy up the battles for Underspire, though I will be hoarding them till tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a huge Underspire day. We're going to be running like 60-something torches. So I'll be doing a huge amount of that. Actually, what's the restriction for Underspire? We haven't actually done a single battle yet. It is... Oh, yeah, Karkaroff. Oh, we have access to Zolgoth. That's free. That's as free gets. I'm not sure if we have a good AoE initially. Do we? Do we have one of the dragons or something here? I feel like almost every place has a dragon by now. Watch just be one of the few that doesn't. No, we have Elder Dragon. But yeah, we just use Elder Dragon early on. And then later on, we just go all in Zolgoth. However we want to go about it. Yeah, there should be a really free Underspire this week. Especially if you have the mythics. But even without the mythics, it's... Actually, without the mythics, it is kind of hard. You need at least like one of the good mythics. Like either Zolgoth the dragon, one of the other ones. As they are kind of what makes Underspire so easy. Anyways, so we did that. Are we already up to PvP? I guess dungeon then PvP? Nice. Because we got a lot of PvP we gotta go do tonight. Oh, we got Jinxed. Boo. I got a little zigzag going on there. You think the Blessed Gems are great with all the awful stats effects? Yeah, I think that my biggest issue with them is they feel like they spawn so rarely. If they spawned more commonly, I feel like they would have more of a use. I guess the other issue on top of that is we haven't really gotten a troop that uses it yet either. Like, nothing spawns it currently. And the things that we're getting that do spawn them seem to do so in such a way that it seems so useless. Because they're only creating like 1 or 2 or something similar. With almost no follow-up. Compared to other things that can 4 times bless with follow-up. Like Wand, for example. Bless is just so easy to apply, but the way that a lot of the gem spawning is happening with the troops that are getting them is making it as if it's not an easy trait to get on yourself. Like it's set up in a way that assumes Wand doesn't exist. Or even some of the other bless options. Like we have bless on extra turn. which is obviously a very quick way to apply Bless if you're not using Wand. But, like, things that create gem spawn just don't create enough. For one, we don't even have them in the game yet, but even when we do, they're creating, like, 1 to 3. Like, within that range of numbers, which is not particularly high. Like, 3 is not even enough to full bless your team. And just because, why not? We'll see what the trap is. Fire trap. Those traps honestly weren't anything at all. But unfortunately, they grabbed the 1 up there, so no perfect. Anyways, are we up to PvP now? I think we are. Alright, let it begin. Let's go get our Underspire or Underworld sigil thingies. Go get our booster going. And go from there. We actually can claim it right now if we really want to. I don't know, do we bother? Yeah, I guess, and just use on the monoliths and everything. Might as well. Alright, we're at 7,800. Let's go get more. We have access to green. Oh, before I do that, I forgot. I need to go get the buff. Wait, how many sigils do we have right now for monoliths? We have 4. Let me go get 1 real quick, and then I'll go get all of them. Do I have a team set up already? I do not. Really? Alright, well, let me go do that. I should have probably done that beforehand. I didn't realize we didn't have a team already. Alright, well, you know what we're running. Is that even in question? Box Strider. And then Wand. I'll probably run it with Archer just so we get Green Storm. And we'll change that to Archer. Change banner to double green. Anything? Honestly, just double green's fine. Alright, there we go. That's all we need. Let's go get our sigil. Let's go get our monolith for purple, I guess, or something. Because yellow and purple are both going to do the same, and the purple fight is way easier. So we got our Thrall in first slot. And then we just go straight for Stellaryx. Rinse, repeat till win. And we have Green Storm, which will make it even easier to land extra turn if it wasn't already. Make it easier on top of the easiness that it already applies. A lot of Catharix teams are probably going to be showing up. Catharix is the main alternative to this kind of team. So we're going to see a lot of Catharix during these fights. He's even running Rush Catharix, running double Empower to try to get him up into Wand. It's definitely going to be the most common strategy we're going to see for sure. That isn't Stellaryx. Oh, we do have Green Celestial Dragon. Someone who obviously doesn't have Stellaryx, but is still trying to run a similar build. They're actually running it with the Empress in order to feed it magic. Strategy we've done with Diamantina in the past. So Stellaryx does so much damage, you don't really need to do it with him. Which is why we haven't really been running it that way. Better to get a little bit more mana off a Box Strider since we already have the damage. Does it even matter that refers and all that? Ooh, a Bless Gem. I still feel like I think the problem with me and the Bless Gems this season, I keep running teams that don't have a good way of destroying it. Actually, I say that. We have Box Strider. But a lot of the teams we have been running during the season, I guess I just haven't really been running stuff that can utilize it that well. Or they already have the effect to such a degree that it's not needed. Like, obviously, if you're running a Wand team, you don't need Bless. Not because you don't need Bless, but because you already have Bless. Is obviously getting Bless on a random ally is pretty pointless if you already have a means of blessing your team. But that's where the catch kind of comes in, because why would you really need Bless Gems? At least, like, seasonally, like it is right now. Because why would you need Bless when the main teams that you need Bless would already carry a Bless option? Oh, please don't kill my win condition. You killed my win condition. Actually, killed my whole team. Where'd it go? I need a team. You missed Draculus. Oh yeah, Draculus was fun back in the day. He used to be useful. Actually, when PvP first came out, Crimson Bat Draculus was a natural viable combo. There's a time when like double Crimson Bat was a thing as well. Crimson Bat was actually really strong earlier on in the game. But one iteration that ended up picking up quite a bit of steam was Crimson Bat Draculus when it first came out. Ooh, that's a pure miss. I was trying to do that to get rid of his thing. I think we're dead here. Gosh, 2 in a row to Stellaryx. I noticed some people are starting to use Beatrix to try to counter out all the disables. And it did actually work out that time. There's not much we could do about it. Sometimes we'll just get RNG'd like crazy. Ooh, 71. Oh, I can't pass that up. That's an interesting team. Double Leprechaun, of all things. Instead of Bog Strider doubling up on Leprechaun. Oh, so I should have taken that purple first. Oh, and I'm gonna have to waste a turn just to get mana. Oh, so we still haven't found a Valhawk. I'm trying to find one Valhawk so I can go claim our buff for extra damage. So we can utilize it over the hour. But we haven't actually gotten it yet. Hello, YouTube Flames. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, String Filler is pretty fun. It has Silence. Silence Explode. It also comes with Greenstorm, which I'm technically using off a hero right now. He's one of the only few troops in the game that actually has Greenstorm. I think they've added another one since then. But he is one of the only few. Though whenever I want Greenstorm, I normally go Archer class more often than not. But there are a few other alternatives like String Filler. I remember when Archer class was like the best class in the game. Like pretty much uncontested compared to the others. Whereas right now it's only slightly above the middle. Like it is on the better end of classes. But it's on the better end that doesn't get used, I feel like, as often. But it's still really useful. Like you're going to click on this team and we're going to see... Actually, it doesn't even have hero here. But if we were to click on one, we'd definitely see their hero not be Archer. It's not that common of a pick. That's still really good. Alright, now that we got our Valhawk, let's go get extra purple magic. There's gonna be 10 extra magic. Gain 1 life, gain 1 attack. I can figure out where it's buried. Gain 1 magic for each purple ally. That's what I'm looking for. And we get to use Stellaryx build on it. Because of course we do. Hello, Chris! Welcome, welcome. Hour change on next Sunday here. Oh, you'll have to start to watch your streams at 1 a.m. again? Oh no! Yeah, those hour shifts are always kind of annoying. I still haven't fully recovered my sleep schedule from when we had it a couple weeks ago. My sleep schedule's still out of whack slightly. Not as bad as it was, but it's definitely still out of whack. Hey, we got the bless. If only our team wasn't already fully blessed. Oh, that's funny. It's like one of the only few blessed gems we've taken all week. And we got it when our whole team was already 4 times blessed. Oh, that was a pretty useful thing. Oh, gosh. We will eventually, at some point this season, get value from that Blush Gem. It will happen. We're going to have some random fight, like the 8th or 9th week into this campaign, where the reason we win is because of a random bless from Blush Gem. Just got to give it, like, a month. It'll eventually happen at some point. That's the last one, right? Yeah, last one. Let's hope we can get it. We got 2 fights to go do it with. Watchdog actually, like, obliterated us the other time. I have no clue what happened. But somehow we lost this fight twice yesterday. And I still am not sure what happened, though I forgot to look up the footage. Because I do not understand how we lost twice to this kind of fight. This fight's pretty free. Like, exceedingly free. Like, it's already over free. And it was still our turn. There we go. Alright, now we got our magic buff. And we got 50 minutes on the clock. Let's keep going. We'll hand out the code in a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a pretty PvP heavy stream. Mostly because this is all the PvP we're doing this week. We're currently rank 3. Who knows? Maybe we can go push to rank 2 or 1. But for now, whatever we have by the end of today is basically going to be our rank by the end of it all. I've kind of been doing that for the new PvP system, and it's been getting us top 3. Actually, technically, even though we got second last week, we actually got first. I was in top 3 or first place on someone else's leaderboard. So we actually got 120 last week instead of 100, even though we finished in a way that we should have only gotten 100. Ooh, that's not ideal. He just killed all my damages. Gosh, Catherix, when he actually wants to win, really wins hard, doesn't he? I'm not sure if we're taking first place tonight, but I might by the end of the week. We'll see where we are after 50 minutes. Based on what we normally do, if we can stop losing, we should be around, like 20-something thousand. What exactly that number is depends on how much we get trolled by Catherix and other similar options. Also, I'm about to go to Central Spire at this rate, gosh. Don't make me do it. Also, if you could stop getting submerged, that'd be great. Thank you, there we go. All it takes is one miss. He's regaining submerge every time he takes extra turn, so as soon as he doesn't do it, he'll drop his submerge, and we can do that. But yeah, the issue with PvP that's arisen now that they've, of course, done all this is pretty much what we kind of already do at the beginning. Even though, obviously, it didn't take place until the other week. But if it ever was going to be all unique stuff, or, you know, not all unique, but based on what your teams actually were, it would devolve down into just a few really strong teams. And you really see that everywhere you go in PvP now. Like, every single location is just the 2 or 3 strongest teams that are used there. So interesting to see what's starting to come up now. A lot of Beatrix. A lot of people are running that Beatrix for anti-cleanse. Instead of waiting on Wand, they'll still carry Wand, but they'll use Beatrix for the anti-cleanse beforehand. Oh no, don't win, don't win, don't win, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, no, 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 no. You got it right at the end. Don't do it. Gosh, don't make me have to go Submerge Hero. I don't want to have to go Submerge Hero. I'll do it if I have to. I was earlier. What am I using now for Hero? Oh, we got a Verse Gnome. Let's not lose now. I'm running Archer. Yeah, I was doing that for Greenstorm so we can get a quicker win. But if they're getting crazy turn 1s like that, it doesn't actually make it that much quicker. If we end up ultimately dying. Oh no, we might actually lose a Verse 2 here. That hasn't happened in a while. Sure hope not, gosh. 2 hits to win. Alright, we're fine. Oh, no, we're not fine. Wait. Okay, now we're fine. But I might have to bring out a Submerge Hero class. We were doing it some earlier. I'd prefer not to have to, though. But we might just to survive. Oh, Pet Gnome. I think our guild already has... Oh, never mind. It's Pet Day. It's impossible to even get a pet active. Because we have the Easter Pet currently. Also, don't forget, if you haven't gotten the Easter Pet yet, still like 6 hours left for it. 6.5 hours. Hello, Tyrion! Welcome, welcome. Yeah, a lot of people stopped doing PvP after the new format. PvP has definitely gone down a lot. We even did a poll for it earlier. It was like 60-something% of people who just gave up on it in the current state of the game. Obviously, still going to be tweaked some from where it is. Yeah, they definitely made it substantially more difficult. Oh, so hello, Simpleman. Welcome, welcome. Oh, yeah, we finally did a co-op game again. We were doing co-op Power earlier. We'll be doing it again on Saturday. Around the same time, around noon. Eastern Standard Time. But, yeah, it was a lot of fun. We did a new Power World server. We're starting to get to the point of the mid-game as well. It's nice because I don't actually have to make any of the bases. Isabel and Genki love decorating way more. So they've kind of been carrying the base building. And I've just been gathering loot and doing dungeons and stuff. But they've just been carrying the base stuff. It's pretty nice. Especially with 4 people, because, you know, you can basically have someone covering everything. Someone to gather resources, someone to carry out dungeons and other high-tier resources. Someone to go and build the base. You pretty much have everything covered. And then when you want to group together, you can just group up and take out any boss in the game, pretty much. Also, I would love to have a turn. What is PvP right now? Gosh, I'm about to start to join the giving up on PvP section. What if it is PvP? I know they have 50% more stats, which is the main issue here. 50% more stats makes a huge difference. Almost makes me want to go Catharic's build. I see why so many people are running it now. Because it's actually really annoying to take 50% higher stats with, when you don't have, like, an insta-kill like that. Let's see, how many zeros do I have in mine? I think it was like 5 or 6. I didn't even check. Ladder. How many zeros on my bracket? 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 are left. There are some that are basically 0. But only 4 of them are actually at 0. Currently. And we're in 3rd with only 10k, which is really low. Like, 10k is not a lot of points, especially for Wednesday. Actually, I say that. Is that top 1,000? That'd be funny if it is. Is 10,000 top 1,000? Because I feel like it is. Which is insane because it should be like almost 100,000. So to be top 1,000 but only 10,000 is actually really low. Which means, yeah, everyone's pretty much not doing PvP then, if that's the case. Let me check. I'm curious, what rank are we? At slightly over 10,000 points. Because we're past all the people who did bare minimum at like 7,800. Like everything over 8,000 would be past that point. Yeah, we are top 1,000 with only 10,000. We're 988 with 10,000. Which is surprisingly high for such a low score. It just shows how few people are doing PvP. Or that, or they're just doing like absolute bare minimum. Just getting straight to their 6.5k and then stopping. Because I do highly advise doing that. That's a free deed book every week. We're playing PvP for like half an hour to an hour. Over the course of a whole week. Which is very worth it. I feel like there's something we could do here, but I don't see it. Yeah, they are some of the easiest deed books to get in the entire game. Do PvP for like 5 to 10 minutes a day and you'll have a deed book by the end of the week. It's like an hour's worth of time or less for a deed book. And you still get some other loot along the way. It's not just the deed book. Though most of the loot is a deed book. Oh no, he's running Submerge. That's not ideal. The worst part about it is there's not much counterplay to it until it like drops his Submerge. Its own. Because it's blessed, I can't try to curse it. I would have to double curse, which isn't worth trying to do. There's just too much effort to try to get rid of it. Are there still Gems of War codes? Yes, we'll have one in a little bit. Your birthday's coming up next week again. Be prepared. Okay, sure, I can hand you one to hand out. Though I do need what's her name to hand me more though, Jetto. Because I'm actually gonna run out of codes soon. Technically, I'm actually gonna run out after Sunday's stream, but luckily Genki gave me a few. Yeah, I'm running really low. Also, hello Dragor, welcome, welcome. So if we don't get more really early in the month, which she normally does, but sometimes she forgets to do it. But I'll actually run out of codes. Also, I can't believe how much we're losing with this team. The main thing that's doing it is the enemy has 50% more stats. I'm really tempted to go double Catharix or something. But do I even own a second Catharix? I feel like I do. I'm actually not sure if I do. I know for sure I have double Zolgoth. We can't use Zolgoth under green. I'm becoming really tempted to run some kind of double Catharix team. Because big issue with Stellaryx when they have 50% more stats is we have to triple cast the kill. If we miss even once, we die. Juan, Stellaryx, Beatrix, Leprechaun. Yeah, I've been seeing that team pop up a lot. Beatrix is definitely pretty nice. It might be worth getting rid of Bogstrider for it. Because we're honestly not even using him that much. Because I had him for that little bit of skull tankiness, but no one's running skulls to any degree. It's all Stellaryx or... actually, I say that as we go into a Wild King team that is skull related. But not counting this team that we're about to face right now, every team has been spell-oriented. Either Stellaryx or Catharix. What? I've never seen a luckier team than 9000. What just happened? How is that the team we lose to? We didn't even die to its gimmick. The skull gimmick that it had. We died just to random Tina cast, of all things. Yeah, I'm getting very tempted to put Stellaryx onto the team. And Submerge. I didn't want to have to, but I think we have to. We're definitely getting to that point. Oh no, we missed! Okay, I think we're gonna have to. Let's get rid of Bogstrider. There's almost no skull teams other than that one we somehow faced exactly when I said that. I'll get a Beatrix on it, and then I need a Submerge hero class. Doesn't really matter which. Do we want a tank hero? Tank hero does keep Stellaryx alive. And then we change class to Elementalist. Do you get Water Tree? You do. Of course you do. Why would you be balanced to any degree? We do have to give a barrier on brown for it, but honestly it's not really gonna matter. We can easily afford to get rid of that for Submerge. Try your team? Isn't this the team? Isn't it the same thing? Unless you're running different weapon. Unless I'm running different hero class. Elemental seems fine for it. The only problem with it is it doesn't have 50% mana start. But it does have Submerge. I guess we could drop it for, but then we got extra freeze though, which is nice. But we can drop it for Frost Mage or something. Because that gets 50% mana start and still has freeze. And has Submerge on extra turn. We do have to drop Entangle and stuff like that, but that's barely ever going to matter. This is like the only team we've seen that's even remotely using a team like that. Oh, I forgot. I was about to use split damage to try to hit it. That's actually not possible. Because split damage actually counts as AoE, even if it's only hitting one enemy. Has a weird property like that. Like, you feel like you would be able to hit when there's only one left, but it, the way that it distributes damage actually doesn't let you. Same is applicable to AoE as well. Like, if you have an ability that hits all enemies and there's only one left, Submerge will still protect it. You didn't play PvP for 3 weeks and still didn't rank down. Yes, your rank will always stay the same if you don't play PvP. They changed that with the update before the other update. But yeah, you actually maintain the same rank forever if you just don't do any PvP. So if you're like Diamond rank and you want to stay Diamond rank, yeah, if you just didn't play PvP for a month, you would still be in Diamond rank. Oh yeah, there's also a glitch / feature where if you're in the top cut of anyone's leaderboard, you'll move up. So a lot of people were getting ranked up just randomly. But the reason for that is if you're in top 3 in anyone's leaderboard, not just your own, you'll rank up. How it's supposed to work is you're supposed to only be your own. But the way they have it set up right now is that you can be in multiple different people's leaderboards. Like potentially even dozens of different people's. And if you're top 3 in even one of them, you'll get promoted. Or, you know, within the promotion zone of any of them. It's technically higher than top 3 for other zones. But yeah, it's technically possible to get all the way to max rank without ever getting top 3. Or, you know, getting top cut every single time. Because you could be top cut in other people's brackets and never your own. It's actually more likely for it to occur in someone else's bracket. As yours is only one, whereas you could be in like a few dozen other ones. That likely will be fixed at some point, but it's a pretty beneficial glitch with it at the moment. The only big issue with it is it basically makes everyone into Diamond rank over time. Which is problematic because people who really shouldn't be in Diamond rank get there. And will probably struggle a bit more if they're actually trying to, you know, play. Rather than just get free ranks. I believe matchmaking is slightly based on, not entirely, but it does slightly take into account what rank you're in. To what degree, who knows. But while you won't always be up against someone in Diamond rank, it is more likely for it to occur. Same as if you're in a low rank, you're more likely to find someone in a lower rank. What's our score at right now? I still got half an hour. We're at 1244. Gonna try hitting at least 20,000 if we can. Not sure if we will at this point, but we'll get closer. It's not too big a deal if we don't. Whatever we have by the end of this stream is pretty much where we're staying at. Not counting the dailies we have to do for the other days. But beyond that, this is the last day where we're gonna bother power grinding it. We've kind of been doing that strategy for PvP lately. We'll do like bare minimum for Valhawks, and then like one day where we do it for an hour. Which is what we're doing now. And honestly, that's been perfectly fine for me. And oddly enough, it's also been enough to make top 3 in the current state of the game, which is kind of surprising. It wasn't before, but in this new layout it is, because not a lot of people are doing that much PvP. Just the fact that we do an hour of it's already enough to take leaderboard. Which is kind of sad, because before it was taking, like, what? Oh gosh, she's using that really anti-green skull guy. See, that's why you need Bog Strider. The second we don't use Bog Strider, we'll find every team that's counter to it, like null. That's one of the reasons for even using Bog Strider before. But what tangent was I going on? Something with PvP related. I don't remember now. But yeah, it definitely still needs a lot of rework. That's what they're doing most of the patches for this year, so hopefully by the end of the year it'll be in a good state. The biggest issue with PvP is if it's not in a good state by the end of this year. It might be like that for forever, so let's hope it is. We still got plenty of time, though. We're only 3 months in. They still got another 9 months. Plus, it's not to say they wouldn't ever redo some PvP-related things, but whatever it is by the end of the year, it's probably going to stay for a while. So hopefully it'll get it right by the end. Only time will tell. It seems like they might be doing alliances and everything next patch, so we'll get to see what that does. They also still haven't added the third currency. They also mentioned they're going to be adding some more things to use the 2 currencies on. Gold marks and silver marks, that is. They also need to fix silver mark farming because it is insufferable and near impossible to do in the current state of the game. But how PvP functions now. It is nearly impossible to actually win. Also, that's one big downside of using this. Beatrix doesn't get, what would you call it? Beatrix doesn't get to do its ability when it's silenced, or when it's stunned, I mean. Also, I would love to have a turn today. I have no team left. Actually, I could win with just Beatrix. If he can loop that many times, so can we. At some point, we'll have a turn. Good thing he doesn't have Submerge. This is why we ran Submerge, by the way. If you're wondering why we went Submerge, just possibly because of this. Just maybe. Just maybe. Joke's on you. We also have a Beatrix. What even is this game? It just looped like 20 turns on us. And then we come back with a single Beatrix that was submerged to kill them all. It's actually kind of funny how meta Submerge is right now. It went from being a stats effect you would only use ever so occasionally to the entire meta of the game. No, my damage source! You got this. You have Submerge. You're invincible. Go with the classic Leprechaun kill. Gotta love the Leprechaun kills. He has soloed many a fight. And he shall continue today. Another win on his belt. Of things he killed that really he shouldn't have been able to kill. So in all fairness, I think it was pretty much already dead. Well, the way that PvP is right now is actually how it was intended to be to begin with. The way it originally was never intended. Hello, Rob. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, Beatrix is nice quality of life for this team. We don't have to worry about waiting on Wand. Simply take an extra turn and we're good to go. The biggest issue is it does basically nothing when stunned. But if it does get submerged, as we can see, it can infinite loop and just win. So yeah, we'll go down the Beatrix route, might as well. Like, Backstrider comes in so rarely that it's way better at Beatrix for sure. Yeah, the Journey Troop nerf was a little weird, though it does seem like they're bringing it back. The Journey Troop this week had one higher gem spawn. And if they make that for all the Journey Troops, I think they just did it as a test run this week. But if that gets applied to all Journey Troops, that means at max shininess, they will be... Well, not max shininess, but shiny level 2. They will end up being 12 gem spawn with 14 mana cost, which honestly isn't that bad at all. And even without any shininess, so it'll be 15 with 12 gem spawn. Or sorry, with 11 gem spawn, I mean. Which isn't bad. Like, 11 gem spawn with damage for 15 mana cost is not horrible. But 14 with 12 is actually good. It's not as good as pre-nerf Journey was, but it's definitely usable. It's just not going to be as meta as it was, where it was being ran for like every single category. Like if you had it, like if you were running Construct, you would just always run Chalcedony. Now it's like you generally will, but it's not an always option. But honestly, if that's how they're going to make all Journey troops going forward, and you know, adjust all the other ones to that, that's not too bad. It's still a pretty hefty nerf on them, but it brings them a lot more in line to actually be usable. You think it's just temporary for the event and then they'll nerf it after? I'm hoping they just buff all of them up to where that one is. That still doesn't fully fix Journey troops, but it's probably the closest we're going to get. Because that was my suggestion originally, if they were going to nerf them, was to bring them to 12 mana costs, but make it so you only need a 3 boost ratio to get there. So you could actually run a team of 3 instead of a team of 4. And how they currently did it, you'll still need a team of 4, but it does get up to 12 gem spawn when all conditions are met. But that's basically the threshold they need to be viable. The 12 or higher gem spawn. Because that was the whole gimmick that made them good. Was the fact that they easily did have access to that. And now that they kind of brought that back, it's still kind of usable. It's just not quite the same as 15, obviously. But 12's still really solid. Oh, he's running the insta-kill one. This is why I ran Bogstrider earlier. Like, this is the exact team why you need Bogstrider. It doesn't come up that often, but when it does, it's kind of annoying. Like, it just one-shots everything it touches. And this originally was why we had the other guy. Because we don't have any counterplay with this team against it. This is a very problematic situation. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Come on, we have to have a 5-time summers here. I refuse to believe otherwise. Got a problem. Watch Leprechaun win this somehow. Alright, I have faith that 7 skulls will fall in a row. You almost had it, Leprechaun. So close. You were 6 skulls short. Can you imagine if that just randomly happens? No Skull Storm or anything, just 7 chain out of nowhere. That sounds like something Leprechaun would do at the end of a fight. No, not today. He doesn't want to be that lucky today. Alright, let me go hand out code. I still haven't handed out code yet. I only have 1 to hand out tonight. But I haven't even done it yet. Let me go get it to you guys. Oh, I don't even have code section open. Because I actually remembered for once to restart the thing before the stream so it doesn't lag like crazy. Because if I would have left it open from the Power World stream, it'd be running at like 1 frame a second. Oh, where are all the codes? Oh, there they are. They're buried. I see them. Gosh, we have like 5 left. But here you guys go. Here's the redeem code. Use on gemsware.com for the game code section. Your invite code is in the setting menu. Redeem code's right over there in chat. And give same loot as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. So what on earth is trying to open right now? Oh, oh wait, how did that open? Okay, there we go. Alright. All is good. Oh, it says launch. That's funny. Oh no, that's the wrong order. It says launchy though. Also, I'm not sure why I did true damages, if that would do more damage. He already had no armor. Alright, about half an hour left. Tribute's ready. Nice. It's our third tribute. Somehow that is just now our third tribute. And it looks like we're on track for like 19,000? Give or take a bit. Let's keep going. 20 minutes left. See how many more losses we can rack up in that time. See how high we can get our lose rate going. I'm very tempted to switch over to Catheric's team. Because with 50% more stats, you kind of need it here. Like, without 50%, this team would be fine. But with 50%, it just hits a wall sometimes. Also, hello, exact same team. I wonder if you're meta to any degree. These are only every third build we fight. So much so that we even came in and joined you guys. We were using a slightly different team earlier. But we ended up caving in and joining them. Mostly because Bogstrider just wasn't getting that much value in a lot of fights. Like 1 in 10 fights does he actually get value. Hey, a curse gnome in the wild. Gotta get that value. I said, hello, Miss Insane Witch. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. You missed the Power Word Live co-op? No worries, we'll be doing it again this Saturday. Yeah, it was a little bit of a shorter stream since we did start a little bit late. Because I was sleeping in a bit. But yeah, hopefully on Saturday we'll start at a more normal time of noon so we can go a bit longer. We actually played for like another half an hour off stream. And by us, I mean them, because I was eating at the time. But even as the stream ended, I think we still went for almost another hour. I was just sitting AFK at the base while they build up or something. I'm not sure what they were doing. I was grabbing dinner. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. What are we doing again this Saturday? We'll probably be doing it about once a week. But we're doing it twice this week because I believe they're getting a huge patch this weekend. Though if they do it on Easter, it won't be until next week, because I'm not streaming on Easter. Well, I'm streaming Gems of War on Easter, but I'm not streaming anything else on Easter. We're just going to have our normal Gems of War stream around this time. What happened to giving Isabel a dragon on day 1? When did I ever say that? Even if we had max settings on, I don't think that would have happened. Because you have to get all the way to those pink balls, the legendary balls. Because unless you max out your catch rate, it's almost impossible to try to get it in a red ball. It's like a 10% chance or something. We gotta work up the bossing ladder. We might have 4 people to kill things with, but that doesn't help our ball situation if we don't have better balls. Because we're actually capped with 4 people, not necessarily by the damage that we can do, but by the balls that we have. Oh, I was about to cast this as Wand. I forgot. That's not Wand anymore. The struggle of using a Beatrix build. That's where it fails, because our Wand's normally in second slot if we run Bogstrider. That'd be one of the few situations where the other build we were using would have been better. That and whenever we're up against this guy is the other big situation where it's better to run Bogstrider. Otherwise that happens and we lose. Can we win? I'm about to head to Central Spire. I'm about to just ditch yellow or green section, just head to Central Spire with Takshaka. Every loss makes me one step more tempted to go to Central. Oh, you guys are already planning out the third base? Keep in mind, the third base likely needs access to coal unless we're going to be mining it ourselves manually. Because while we can get quartz and sulfur without needing a mine, we definitely need coal mine. There's a lot of endgame gear needs it. Mostly the balls. I never really realized how ball locked that game is until playing co-op. Like, that entire game basically centers around POW balls. Like, everything you can do is almost more limited by how many POW balls and what kind of POW balls you have than any other factor. Yeah, I know about the coal and ore spot. I have one built there as well. I didn't bother building it up in my main file, but I do have a base set up there. So all the ones that could have gotten submerged. Why on earth was it our leprechaun? No, don't do it! Don't do it! No! Yes! Barely. What a weird fight. Gosh, PvP is so weird right now. I honestly don't completely hate this, but it definitely needs rebalancing. And it's not even necessarily the mode that needs rebalancing. It's the troops that are causing the need for rebalance. Because this mode with balanced troops wouldn't be that bad. The problem is the troops are not even remotely balanced. There's been an issue for Gems of War for like 6 or 7 years now. They haven't done proper rebalance patches since like 2017 or 2018. Like, yes, they have done some since then, but not to any degree that is needed to actually make the game function in any balance means. They kind of just gave up at a certain point of even attempting to rebalance. Like how they're spending a year reworking PvP, they have to spend almost like a year rebalancing troops. But I feel like it'd be so worth it because they'd re-release like over 1,000 troops if they did a bunch of rebalance. Stuff that would never be used would actually be able to be seen in battle. As well as for specific categories, as well as for specific in-kingdom synergies. So that every single kingdom can actually function on its own. Now that we're getting increasingly more game modes where they have to. And you can easily see some kingdoms that just do not have the capability to do so. Especially for modes like Underspire. Or some kingdoms are just insufferable to do due to the lack of in-kingdom synergy. Like, stuff like that is what they really need to fix. Both bringing up all the useless troops and bringing down everything that's broken beyond belief. What? He just 50% insta-killed me. I was like, wait, you shouldn't be able to insta-kill. He literally just rolled 50% on Archer. I was gonna say, you better not get it twice in a row. Could you imagine? That would have been really funny, though. Luckily, it did not happen. I was hoping there'd be an extra turn here. Kind of a problem that there isn't. Oh, never mind, there is. Hold up. I didn't even see that there because of the other gem. There we go. Bit of a weird fight, but it came through. Gogi picked an awesome spot. I'm not quite sure where it is based on the name. I don't know any names in Power World. I keep calling all the Mons, or all the pals based on their Pokemon names. Like that one S-word dragon thing I keep calling Yveltal. Because that's what it's called in Pokemon. I call all those fluffball things EVs because they're literally just copyright EVs. And other stuff like that. I only know them by their Pokemon name. I don't remember barely any of the actual Power World Mon names. Because I know almost all of them just as what they are as Pokemon. Yes, as a Zaka, that's the one. As in Yveltal from Pokemon Y. It literally looks like that. Like, I'm pretty sure if I Google it right now, like, the first image will be it. Let's see, if I go to Google... I'll check. I don't have a Google open on this thing. If we go to a Google... I'm willing to make a bet if I could ever get to Google. Let's see. Google.com. Suzaku and Yvettle. Can we get a side to side? Come on, someone has to have a side to side. Where's Yvettle? Come on, show me a Yvettle. Yeah, there's a Yvettle. There's Yvettle. And there's Suzaku. Does no one have a side-by-side? There's no way no one has a side-by-side on Google Images. You're trying to tell me not a single person put the two of them next to each other? But yeah, let me just do Yvettle then. Like, there's Suzaku. And there's Yvettle. Is that not the same, just with different coloration? Like, obviously there's some shape difference and everything. But you can see, like, that general... Like, exactly the same. Like, I can't see those things as two different things. Like, they are pretty similar. Suzaku's cuter. That is kind of funny, though. I do have to say, their version of Eevee is cuter than normal Eevee. Which is kind of hard to imagine, given that Eevee's like one of the cutest Pokemon. But they somehow managed to do it by making it fluffier. Because modern Eevee's actually pretty thin. And it lost a lot of its fluff in them making it so thin. They did the same thing to Pikachu. Where they really thinned him out compared to how he originally used to be. Like, Pikachu used to almost be just like an electric ball. Not quite, but he used to be really pudgy. But then they kept making him like thinner and thinner over the time. It did the same thing with Eevee. Like, Eevee used to be puffier. Not as puffy as, like, the cotton ball that's in Power World. But a lot fluffier than it is now. But over time, they kept making it, like, thinner and thinner. And it lost a lot of its fluffiness when they did so. Oh, we got Curse, so we actually have to double cast Wand. Whenever you try to Curse out of, or Bless out of Curse or Curse out of Bless, you have to do it twice in order to actually apply it. Because otherwise they cancel themselves out. Curse doesn't inherently have Dispel, and Bless doesn't inherently have Bless. I mean, Bless doesn't inherently have Cleanse. If the opposite effect is on them, their secondary effect doesn't apply. So trying to curse something that's blessed does not apply Dispel. And trying to bless something that is cursed, like in that situation, doesn't apply Cleanse. You have to do it twice for it to do so. Did I grab the purple boost for PvP? Yeah, we already grabbed it. We're on plus 10 magic right now. From 2 purples. Definitely adds up. Not a huge boost, but it's better than nothing. How much timer do we have on the clock? We have 10 minutes. All right, where are we at on ladder? Okay, I think we can make it to 20k. That was my goal too. So yeah, let's keep going. Let's get a nice quick 20-minute or 10-minute grind in. And see if in that time we can pull together like 2,000-3,000 points, whatever we need. And then by the end of the week, we'll probably be like 25,000-ish. But that should be hopefully top 3. Yeah, Curse Bless, since they have both come out, have always been pretty viable. I would say Bless has always been a little bit stronger than Curse, though. Because Bless protects you from so much, whereas Curse, you really only need to do 2 things. Well, technically 3. You need it to get rid of enemy submerge, which is probably the most popular use case for it these days. You need to get rid of enemy bless, but there's other ways to do that pretty easily. And you need it if you're running like Death Mark or a similar mechanic, like Terror or, you know, anything around those lines. Any effect that likes to linger onto a troop for a long period of time. There's like the 3 uses for Curse, whereas Bless gets a lot more usage. And it negates out everything negative. It negates out Freeze, negates out Stun, negates out Mana Drain. Pretty much everything you would need it for. But yeah, Bless has always had a bit of an edge, which I think is why they made the Bless gems a little bit weaker. It's just because Bless is just a better mechanic than Curse a lot of times. But I feel like they might have over-nerfed it in that sense. Because I really don't feel like this new Bless thing is that good. Even though the effect of Bless is really, really good. But the actual usefulness of the new gem just... I don't know, there's just not that many times it gets to get into play. Also, I would love to have a turn. PvP, what are you these days? It's basically just a battle of who gets infinite loop first. Which at a high level is basically every fight in Gems of War. It's just a war on who initially gets infinite first. Oh, you both have Submerge. What am I doing? I'm like, wait, why aren't they taking damage? There we go. Honestly, if we have a weaker option, I'm taking it every time. Though the funny thing is, this weaker option could still kill us if Beatrix is crazy enough. It likely won't, but it definitely can. Oh no, I was reading. I just didn't know what was going on with it. Oh, you deleted the channel thing for the thing? We can always just remake it every time we need it. So, hello, Chad. I mean, Mr. Z, I mean. Also, they're bringing out Truffle Loop. How far we've come. We're back to Truffle Beatrix. The meta has come full circle. Your name began with C, so they're both the same word. This is a problematic reoccurrence. See, if your name was Mr. Z, I would confuse you with someone else who starts with M in chat instead. Like, I would call you Miss Insane Witch randomly. I think we can squeeze in a few more fights, and it should be 20k. Yes, keep giving us these easy ones. By easy ones, maybe not so easy. He's running the Groshnock quick kill. It's actually insane how meta Elemental Stars came out of nowhere. It's kind of funny because the kingdom that brought Elemental Stars to the game doesn't really get used for that mechanic, like the troops there. But the actual mechanic of it, between the weapon that's from there combined with Stellaryx, really brought back the ability to use them. They weren't a completely useless gem. Obviously, they're a really good gem, but a lot of things that they were initially put on weren't that good. But then Wand and Stellaryx came out, and now stars are everywhere. It's kind of amazing that a lot of these older gems, all you have to do is just put on some good troops and they'll be viable. It's the main thing holding back a lot of those power gems. Is not that the power gems are bad. Like Hourglass Gem, there's not too many good troops that use it. But you know, that mechanic is absurdly broken beyond belief. Make like a mythic version of Daughter of Time, and we got ourselves a new meta on our hands. You thought you saw extra turn spam a lot now. Imagine if they made something as good as Daughter of Time, but as a mythic. He's the mythic that currently does Hourglass Gems. It's not bad, but it's not as good as Daughter of Time, relatively. But it's a mechanic that, if it ever got brought into other things, could really be strong. But sometimes it just takes them a while. Like, after Nexus came out, it took, like, what, 2-3 years? Before he had viable star mechanics between Wand and Stellaryx and stuff. Because prior to that, we didn't really have much to use Elemental Star with. And now they're the entire meta. Pretty much. Oh, we got one battle left. Okay, let's squeeze it in real quick. Go, 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 go. I'll take the Apothecary team. That can't possibly be anything too strong. It's the last fight we can get in. See how our booster went. If they ever give me a turn. Oh, hopefully we don't lose this. We can if he goes Catharix. Don't do it. I see you thinking about it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh yeah, he didn't do it. We're fine. Alright, let's see. What's our final tally? There's no way we can get another fight in that time. Even if we go central for a quick kill. We're not doing that in 15 seconds. Oh, nice. Our goal was to hit 20,000. We hit 20,500. Nice. Well, there we go. We're top 3. Easily within range to take first if we really wanted to. Plus, first place is basically the same level as us. He's 1921 instead of 1912. Literally the 2 and 1 are switched. So we should be scaling at a pretty similar amount. Same as the one below us. We're all pretty much 1,900 here. Actually, our distance above 1,900, his distance below 1,900. That's kind of funny. Also, I just realized, I don't think I've ever seen anyone from my guild in my same bracket. Has anyone had that happen yet? I'm pretty sure it's possible. But now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever seen someone in my guild in my bracket. I guess that's pretty unlikely, given how many people it can pull from. Like a literal, like, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands. So even if it is possible, the likelihood of it occurring is very low. But there we go. But anyways, guys, tomorrow night, we will be focusing on a ton of Underspire. like an absurd amount. We're going to be running like 70-ish, give or take a little. So we're going to be running a good amount of Underspire tomorrow with Karkaroff teams. Probably mostly utilizing the Dragon initially and then Zolgoth later on. Might even go double Zolgoth team because why not? Aside from that, we will have a midday stream tomorrow, probably starting around noon Eastern Standard Time or so. Aside from that and that, yeah, that's pretty much everything. Don't forget to go get the pet if you haven't already. Still like 6 hours left, or 5.5. And yeah, we'll continue from tomorrow with everything and go from there. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. Thanks for stopping by as always. Greatly appreciated. And I will catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone. And thanks for watching.